And we are back. What's up, y'all? We are taking a look at some film, and I'm just kind of doing some investigating, you know what I mean? It's going to be a film investigating series, right? And today I wanted to look at KaVontae Turpin. Turpin got a little bit of money, but you don't really get money to be a better kick return dude. I think when Turpin gets money, that means he's going to have to give us a little bit more in the passing game. So I decided to do a little bit of research. I looked up all of Turpin's targets, okay? And that's about 52 targets. And what I wanted to do, I want to see how he was used, right? Because if you think about people's idea of Turpin being used, they would say, well, Voch, I don't think Turpin was used to the best of his abilities, right? Well, Turpin caught 31 passes for 420 passing yards and you know, some rushing yards, you know, also, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So in my mind, Turpin got about as many yards as I thought that Turpin would have, but I still want more. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back to some of his film from last year, and I really wanted to figure out how Turpin was being used. So I came up with this little chart here, this little graphic. You can feel free to pause the video and screenshot if you want to take a look at them, anything like that. What I did was I just started charting out Turpin's, you know, Turpin's targets. What route was he running? Now, this ain't all of them because I didn't want to chart the broken plays where he's scrambling around, scramble drill with the quarterback. I didn't want to run like, you know, no any nonsense routes or anything like that, or just where the play went bad and the quarterback threw it at Turpin's feet. I didn't want to log those, but these plays or these routes that I have, you know, shown right now, they're all Turpin's, I would say, impactful targets, whether they were catches or not. And I just kind of wanted to break them down for you and just give my thought about how I don't think Turpin was used to his best potential. All right, let's get into it. So how about this play, right? I got Turpin down for one seam ball. He was only targeted on one seam ball, and it's pretty damn successful. And the whole point of the seam, and we all know that Dak throws the hell out of it, is normally targeted to this character right there, Ferguson. But this time we're going to run it with Turpin lined up close to the line of scrimmage. We're going to try to find a mismatch somewhere. Sometimes it's a linebacker, and if they put a linebacker on Turpin, then he's dead as fried chicken. Most of the times it's like a safety or something like that. But either way, Turpin is one of your more bursty players on the field, and the seam route seems to be a good way to, you know, take advantage of that. But Turpin was only targeted for one seam. Or here, I got Turpin listed as running the corner route 2 times. Now, there are some other little routes that kind of look like corners. I call them just running to the pylon. Those are like some, I created this route in my back pocket that I don't really consider, you know, corner routes. For example, take a look at Turpin right here. I mean, you could call this a corner route, but in the playbook, it's probably just run to the pylon and we'll just try to get it to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to categorize that as a corner route, cool, but I don't. I think a corner is a little more of, we're going to work up and then we're going to work our corner, kind of like the first play I just showed you. This is really Turpin immediately off the line of scrimmage, just running to this back pylon, and we're just trying to make some kind of goal line play out of it. So when you see me listing just run to the pylon, like, it's not a name for it. That's just me being goofy, but that's really what it is. He's running to the pylon. I wouldn't necessarily call that a corner route. This right here is much more so of a corner route. Just my own personal opinion. We're actually gaining depth here. We're actually getting upfield a little bit. We're actually stacking against the corners and DBs here. We're actually going to leverage to the inside just a bit, just to break outside, and then we're going to throw the ball to the back pylon there. Now, hey, I tell you what, man, watching old Turpin run that corner route, man, it sure looked like it worked. The Cowboys only went back to it one other time here, and it was at the end of the year versus the Bengals. So versus the Eagles. So look at how much time had passed from targeting Turpin on a true corner right here. Turpin is going to be the little bitty. Okay, he's in the backfield right here. He's going to motion out a little bit, then he's going to run his corner. Now I will definitely give them credit for making the corner route look different. You know what I'm saying? And it's right there. We just couldn't complete it. But out of all the times that this could be run, it was only run twice, and I don't think Turpin looked too bad doing it. Now, what would I do? And this comes back to my criticisms of Mike McCarthy. And y'all, please don't get me wrong. I'm just a dude with a camera and a microphone there. Turpin uses a whole bunch of space, or he's best when he's using space. So if we know that we're throwing to this pylon up here, What I would do is I wouldn't run it on this hash because it's gonna cut down on room that Turpin has to run. It'll be much better if the formation flipped. Turpin was on this side, he motioned here, but then he had all this space to go and get to the pylon there. Turpin is on the boundary side of the actual play there, so he didn't have a whole bunch of room to navigate, and that's why like it was kind of tighter over there. The DB got on Turpin quicker than the other time he did, right? Because he just didn't have a whole bunch of room to navigate. So not only is Mike McCarthy only targeting Turpin for the corner route twice, but I don't think running Turpin's corner to the boundary works that well. How about this play? We got Turpin here. Boom. He's going to work upfield and he's going to run a post. And hey, man, look, regardless of what we think about Turpin, we don't imagine Turpin in our mind running a whole bunch of posts. But I tell you what, man, hey, Turpin ain't look bad running that post. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have, here we go. Boom. If you're going to have two safeties here, then it's our job to kind of work the middle of that. Then hey, let Turpin run his post and get up on that real fast, like get up on the middle of those safeties real fast. Now it's interesting because once again, this is the Ravens game, and we just saw Turpin run a corner in the Ravens game. Now Turpin only ran a handful of posts. This time he only ran 3 of them, right? And I just want to kind of show y'all one more. I don't know why when something works with Turpin, it's so spread out and we don't really see it again until the end of the season. But here we go at the end of the season here. Turpin, let me see if he's probably the smallest character on the field. It's probably him right there. Turpin running the post. Hey, good meat, boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why we wouldn't do more of that with Turpin, right? Now Turpin does have just looking down on my notes here, he's kind of got like a post corner, like a little double move there. But if we just talking about flat out corners, just flat out posts, they don't let Turpin run a whole bunch of them, or rather they don't really throw it to him like that. And look, I don't mind this release at all. We can look at Turpin like a gadget guy all we want, but you know, release, boom, stepping inside and constantly giving threat to the outside just to explosively take the inside route and then go and be a yak guy. Like, hey, Turpin. Turpin show look like it's working, doing some of the wide receiver stuff, but I'll just move on. Now let's get into Turpin's top 3, because this was really gonna piss me off. This is what Turpin is mostly used for, and I hate it because it rarely works. Because if Turpin has a job and he's constantly asked to do that one job, when he's on the field, the other team knows what he's out there to do. If me and you out there playing linebacker, corner, safety, and we see Turpin out there, we kind of gonna get a good feel for what Turpin's gonna do. So the most used Turpin route is screens and bubbles, whether it be jailbreaks, just anything quick, slow, whatever. It's gonna be Turpin running bubbles. And that's what he's gonna do. And if I'm the defense, I mean, you can find a way to bite on this, but this is how Turpin gets down. This is his I was about to say preferred route, but I mean, this is how the play caller preferred to use him. You know what I mean? And I just think that if you use him too much like this, I think that it becomes obvious. Now, one day we're gonna get into Turpin in the run game, and it's really gonna piss y'all off, but it just is what it is. We got Turpin right here. What you gonna do, player? The same kind of little stop, catch the ball, get in open space and go. Now, I'm not opposed to Turpin getting open space and going, but we just can't do it so monotonously, like so, you know what I mean? Like so much that it's like predictable. I've shown you that Turpin can do multiple things. How about Turpin right here, up here versus the Washington Football Wizards? Cooper Rush act like he flagging traffic. Let me find out this his call. Let me find out this damn Cooper Rush call. Anyway, snap and just easy turn, catch the ball and go. And honestly, if we saw, and look, I just showed y'all the plays a little bit earlier. We saw what Turpin looks like stretching the field. Why can't we get more of Turpin stretching the field? Here he goes here in motion. He's just gonna move around, just screen action, bam, same old stuff. So I think there's this. Now look, it worked right here. And you be like, well, because that's the Giants voucher, whatever. But sometimes it does work. Sometimes Turpin gets in open space and he gets busy out there. But shouts out to Joe Randall. There's a lot of meat on the bone with Turpin because let's see what happened here. There's a lot of meat on the bone with Turpin because you're limiting him so much. What happened here? Let me see. Okay, same old stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to hammer this point down that if Turpin's going to be your most explosive player, his most run plays shouldn't be like the same thing. Like he shouldn't be so, predictable. There should be multiple ways for us to use, Turpin to mix him up in the passing game. The number 2 most run Turpin play is swing routes. Okay, now let's look at Turpin and run these swing routes, but like let's look at the how he gets to the swing routes, the motions that get him into the swing routes. Now what's going to happen is Mike McCarthy's going to come out and have a press conference and say, hey, we need to use Turpin more creatively, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, we're gonna keep running swing routes all day, every day, no problem, but we're gonna try to find more creative ways to run swing routes with Turpin. I think it's nonsense. Right here, he's in the backfield, same kind of deal, but this time we're gonna get out wide, boom, swing, open space. Like that's what he's trying to do, man. But I tell you what, man, if I'm on the other side, and look, I got notes to like show y'all some of these routes or whatever, but I don't know how you're the other team. You see Turpin run out there and you don't immediately know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And it gets frustrating because if you look at how other teams use their guys, I mean, Kansas City won a damn Super Bowl because Mecole Hardman got his own package. Here we go again. Boom. A little bit of orbit behind the quarterback, swing. And I'm like, damn, dog, like why we can't use packages that like some of these other guys have, right? Some of these, Jalen Waddle packages for Turpin. So if you Schottenheimer, your job ain't that hard. All you got to do is find ways to get one of your most explosive players the ball, but like, trying to do the same thing. Same thing. This time we're gonna fake him in the back, still kind of a swing, boom, swing, go. This was gonna bother me the most, y'all. Check this out. I know y'all ready for the grand finale. I know y'all ready for the feature presentation. Boy, oh boy, this is my favorite one right here. Look, if I'm notorious for poo-pooing on Mike McCarthy for anything, I have grown quite famous for poo-pooing on Mike McCarthy in this way. This is probably the worst Turpin route, but it's the third most run. It is when KaVontae Turpin is running upfield and turning around. Oh boy. Oh, chat, ain't nothing like running upfield and turning around that just gets to get the blood flowing, man. Ain't nothing like it. And look, this is Turpin and his targets. Imagine how many times CD Lamb ran upfield and turned around. Here go Turpin again, way at the top on the outside now. So he's the wide guy running the field and turning around. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, Jake Ferguson, CD Lamb, who Mike McCarthy was actually prioritizing. Think about how much they had to run upfield and turn around. It's sickening. Let's see what we got here. 13, 38. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Where's Turpin? Turpin right there, the smallest one on the field. Let's just see what he do. He gonna run upfield. He gonna turn around, my boy. He gonna run upfield. And then look. Poe Cooper Rush can't even drive the ball to get the ball on him. Turpin got to come back a little. Turpin got to come back to get the football. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what I was really getting on the mic. And look, I know everybody that watches my channel, some people watch the live, some people don't. Some people only watch film sessions and they don't watch the other stuff, man. When I be getting on these live streams, bro, and I'm like, hey, man, there's a ridiculous amount of running upfield and turning around. Just like this, there's a ridiculous amount of running upfield and turning around in this offense, right? And people hear me say that, and I really think it goes out one ear and out the other because, when I say it, I don't see a whole bunch of people outraged like they should be. A large portion of Mike McCarthy's offense, there was no creativity. There was no, like there was no purposeful stuff, like purpose driven activity. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't purposeful to get Turpin going. I don't even know if this the play I got. Hell yeah, nah, this a screen. But dog, just so much running up field and turning around, and I'm just up here like, bro, like what are we doing? I'm just gonna let this run. Just run up field and just turn around and Lamb is doing it, Turpin is doing it, Tolbert is doing it, Ferguson is doing it. Like, we don't get better there. We don't gain anything by just running the field and turn around there. But if you Schottenheimer, bro, all you got to do is take this video if you want, Shotty. You ain't got to take this video if you don't want to, player, but just take this video for real, and just kind of look at Turpin running the damn. Here we go. Boom. What's that? A post or a dig? Okay, I showed them. Hey, if you shoddy, bro, if you shoddy, all you got to do is take this video, and I'm just a dude with a camera and a microphone. I don't want no credit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to shout me out in front of the media, nothing like that, dog. All you got to do is find a way to get Turpin the ball downfield. Okay, and more than just 9 routes, you could throw, you could throw everything that we show here today. But the one thing Turpin's not gonna be is a possession receiver. The one thing that the rest of your wide receivers, Pickens will be cool at it. CD could do it once or twice a game, but dog, we cannot have everybody simply just running the field and turn around. All right, that's my investigation, man. This is part 1. I really wanted to show y'all this because I think Turpin is a interesting, a very interesting character that's going to be involved in this Cowboys offense, and we need to know what he on. You know what I'm saying? Or at least what he was on last year. So this was the passing side of Turpin. I'm going to drop another video about him in the run game, and that's really going to piss y'all off. All right. Until then, hit the sub, man. We are trying to get to 100. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all hold down with the Doski, Walsh, and the Peace Whiskey. Till next time. Peace.